And I'm really happy with the number of things that have changed. What I did, for example, on Monday this week I came in and with George and Kevin for a while. The next thing I did was met with Hosopple. And what Hosopple did, and you kind of like this, he made me a book. And in the books were 3 pictures of every player. A picture when we first got here, a picture at the end of the spring, and a picture at the end of the summer. And then their numbers from when we first got here to where they are right now. Now let's face it, just because they gained all these numbers in strength and conditioning doesn't automatically mean you're going to win more games. But to look at some of the body changes on some of these guys from where they were, you know, you always say, well, numbers can't tell. Just look at their bodies. That's all I tell you. You look at this kid. I actually had to pull some of the pictures out to show the staff because they didn't believe me. So come here. See that picture? I go, now look at that picture. I mean, and to watch it, the transformation of a body in 6 months. You know, I obviously have been on that plan. Okay, at least you caught my humor. Okay, that's good. The other thing you know, as long as I'm taking shots at myself, let me take one more. You know what? You know how today we have this big meeting tonight, and we go over all sorts of things, and one of the things they're going to encourage them is in this heat to eat. I never been encouraged to eat in the heat before. Maybe that's a novel concept. But supposedly people don't eat as much when it's hot out. I didn't get that email, you know. So, but with that being said, though, realistically, you know, after I finished with Hosopple, then I met with the academic support staff. So they came over in fall, and we went over the summer progress. Okay, and after I'm done with those two, then I'm meeting with the staff, and I'm going over all our personnel and the issues both in strength and conditioning and in academics. Okay, then we go over recruiting. I mean, you know, it started to feel on Monday like you were getting ready to be back into football. But it's going to be nice to get out there, get through this conditioning test tomorrow morning, which the players hate. You know, the air horn blows at 5. Okay, because you want to beat the heat for the conditioning test. You don't want to be run the conditioning test in the heat of the day. So you get through the conditioning test, then you come in and do your meetings, and then, you know, get to practice number 1. But we have so much work to do, you know, so much work to do between now and September 1. And as we know with a couple of these guys, I mean, we haven't even seen them practice yet. So I'm really looking forward to getting out there and getting going. Conditioning test they'll be going at 6, and let me just leave it, yes, there's a penalty if they don't pass it.
Is it a specific test?
Mm-hmm. I could tell you, but you know, I'd have to lock you up in a closet or something like that. It's more towards, you know, what kind of stamina you have. You know, 300s are the standard tests, you know, with minimal rest in between. And but every team, college and the NFL, kind of uses that as more of a standard than just 40s, because like, how many linemen run 40s? Linemen run 10s. You know, tell me a lineman's 40 time, I'll tell you who cares in reality. You know, what do they run a 10 in? You know, but it's more stamina. It's based off of stamina, and the times are staggered based off of the position.